Hello, welcome to the CEO DG and La YouTube channel. Current Affairs Mega Series MCQs 25 Question and Answers of 2020 edition. This is highly useful for SSC, Railways, RBI, SBI, IBPS, Nabard and all competitive exams. First one. Which city was scheduled to host 44th session of World Heritage Committee of UNESCO that has now been postponed? The options are A. Fuzhou, B. Okinawa, C. Wuhan, D. Beijing. Second one. IMF has predicted how much growth rate for India in 2020? The options are A. 2.3%, B. 1.9%, C. 3.3%, D. 1.1%. First one. Which city was scheduled to host 44th session of World Heritage Committee of UNESCO that has been postponed? The answer is A. Fuzhou. The 44th session of the World Heritage Committee of UNESCO was scheduled to be held in Fuzhou from June 29th to July 9th, 2020. The session has now been postponed to a later date due to the COVID-19 pandemic. China's Ministry of Education made the announcement on April 15th, 2020. Second one. IMF has predicted how much growth rate for India in 2020? The answer is option B, 1.9%. The International Monetary Fund has predicted India's growth rate to be 1.9% in 2020 from 5.8% in January. The international body has predicted 1.2% growth rate for China in 2020. Only India and China will register positive growth rate in 2020 despite COVID-19 pandemic as per IMF data. Third one. The RBI has reduced reverse repo rate by how many basis points? The options are A. 10 basis points, B. 25 basis points, C. 15 basis points, D. 20 basis points. Fourth one. What is the maximum punishment for attacking health workers as per the new proposed amendment to Epidemic Diseases Act 1987? The options are A. 7 years jail term, B. 5 years jail term, C. 10 years jail term, D. 6 years jail term. Third one. The RBI has reduced reverse repo rate by how many basis points? The answer is B. 25 basis points. The Reserve Bank of India has reduced the fixed reverse repo rate by 25 basis points from 4% to 3.75% with immediate effect. Policy repo rate is however unchanged. Fourth one. What is the maximum punishment for attacking health workers as per the new proposed amendment to Epidemic Diseases Act 1987? The answer is A. 7 years jail term. The Union Cabinet has approved an ordinance proposing new amendments to the Epidemic Diseases Act 1987 to end violence against health workers. The new amendments include imprisonment ranging from 6 months to 7 years for those found guilty of attacking healthcare workers. Fifth one. How many people have benefited from the directed benefit transfer scheme under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package as of April 13th, 2020? The options are A. 20 crore, B. 10 crore, C. 32 crore, D. 28 crore. Sixth one. When was the National Panchayati Raj Day observed? The options are A. April 24th, B. April 23rd, C. April 22nd. D. April 21st. Fifth one. How many people have benefited from the Directed Benefit Transfer Scheme under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package as of April 13, 2020? The answer is C. 32 crore. At least 32 crore poor and vulnerable people have benefited from the Directed Benefit Transfer Scheme under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package PMGKP till April 13, 2020. Under this scheme, financial assistance worth about Rs 29,352 crore was transferred directly into the beneficiary accounts. Sixth one. When was the National Panchayati Raj Day observed? The answer is A. April 24th. The National Panchayati Raj Day 2020 was observed on April 24th, 2020. The observance marks the day the 73rd Amendment of the Indian Constitution came into effect. The amendment had given constitutional status to the Panchayati Raj institutions. Seventh one. A professor from which among the following universities has developed software that can detect COVID-19 within 5 seconds using X-ray? The options are A. IIT Madras, B. IIT Delhi, C. IIT Kanpur, D. IIT Roorkee. Eighth one. Which among the following nations has banned Hezbollah and designated it a terrorist organization? The options are A. France, B. Denmark, C. Switzerland, D. Germany. Seventh one. A professor from which among the following universities has developed software that can detect COVID-19 within 5 seconds using X-ray? The answer is D. IIT Roorkee. A professor from IIT Roorkee has developed software that can reportedly detect COVID-19 within 5 seconds through an X-ray scan. The software can help in an accurate preliminary screening of suspected COVID-19 patients. The technology awaits official approval from ICMR. Eighth one. Which among the following nations has banned Hezbollah and designated it a terrorist organization? The answer is D. Germany. Germany has banned the Hezbollah organization, designating it as a terrorist organization. The Interior Ministry of the country made the announcement on April 30, 2020. The United States and Israel have been pushing Germany to ban the organization. Ninth one. Which among the following universities will start human trials of potential coronavirus vaccine? The options are A. Oxford, B. Berkeley, C. Harvard, D. Yale. 10th one. The Health Ministry has collaborated with which organization to engage National Polio Surveillance Network for India's COVID-19 response? The options are A. WHO, B. UNICEF, C. UNHRC, D. UN Peace Corps. Ninth one. Which among the following universities will start human trials of potential coronavirus vaccine? The answer is A. Oxford. The University of Oxford in the United Kingdom has developed a potential coronavirus vaccine. The first human trials of the potential vaccine will begin from April 23, 2020. 10th one. The Health Ministry has collaborated with which organization to engage National Polio Surveillance Network for India's COVID-19 response? The answer is A. WHO. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has collaborated with the World Health Organization to enable the systematic engagement of WHO's National Polio Surveillance Network and other field staff for India's COVID-19 response. This would help tap into the best practices and resources that had helped India defeat polio. 11th one. Which Indian state will be the first to start pool testing of COVID-19 samples? The options are A. Kerala, B. Delhi, C. Uttar Pradesh, D. Maharashtra. 12th one. Who has been newly appointed as BCCI's Selection Committee Chairman? The options are A. Vinod Kambli, B. Javagal Srinath, C. Sunil Joshi, D. Atul Vasan. 11th one. Which Indian state will be the first to start pool testing of COVID-19 samples? The answer is C. Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh has received clearance from the Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) to start pool testing for COVID-19. This will make the state the first in India to attempt the method. Under the pool testing method, multiple swab samples will be pooled together and tested. This method will be applied to test samples from low-risk areas. It will help fasten the diagnosis of COVID-19. 12th one. Who has been newly appointed as BCCI's Selection Committee Chairman? The answer is C. Sunil Joshi. Former Indian spinner Sunil Joshi has been named as the chairman of BCCI's National Selection Panel. He was appointed by the BCCI's Cricket Advisory Committee (CAC) in Mumbai on March 4, 2020. The CAC comprises R.P. Singh, Madan Lal and Sulakshana Naik. Former Indian pacer Harvinder Singh was also included in the 5-member committee. 13th. Who among the following was born on April 14, 1891? The options are A. Subhash Chandra Bose, B. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, C. Jawaharlal Nehru, D. B.R. Ambedkar. 14th. The World Health Organization (WHO) recently categorized coronavirus as which of the following? The options are A. Pandemic, B. Epidemic, C. Endemic, D. Miasmatic. 13th. Who among the following was born on April 14, 1891? The answer is D. B.R. Ambedkar. Indian social reformer B.R. Ambedkar was born on April 14, 1891. Dr. Ambedkar is known for campaigning against social discrimination towards the untouchables, Dalits. Ambedkar Jayanti is observed across the world to commemorate his birth anniversary. 14th. The World Health Organization (WHO) recently categorized coronavirus as which of the following? The answer is A. Pandemic. The World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic on March 11, 2020, triggering global travel bans. The deadly COVID-19 virus has rapidly spread to more than 121,000 people in over 114 countries across the world. 15th. The government has formed a high-level task force to enable COVID-19 vaccine development. Who among the following will co-chair the task force? The options are A. Joint Secretary, Health Ministry, B. Union Health Minister, C. Prime Minister, D. Principal Scientific Advisor. 16th. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation (SAARC) comprises how many members? The options are A. 7, B. 6, C. 5, D. 8. 15th. The government has formed a high-level task force to enable COVID-19 vaccine development. Who among the following will co-chair the task force? The answer is D. Principal Scientific Advisor. The government formed a high-level task force for COVID-19 related research in the fields of science and for vaccine development on April 19, 2020. The task force will be co-chaired by Niti Aayog member and Principal Scientific Advisor to the government. 16th. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SARC, comprises how many members? The answer is D. 8. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SARC, comprises 8 member nations including India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, the Maldives, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. 17th. Which among the following is India's first comprehensive COVID-19 tracking application? The options are A. COVID Tracker, B. Arogya Setu, C. Saksham, D. Vipasha. 18th. Which ministry issued an advisory to the chief wildlife wardens of states or union territories regarding containment of COVID-19 in national parks, tiger reserves, and sanctuaries? The options are A. Home Ministry, B. Health Ministry, C. Environment Ministry, D. WCD Ministry. 17th. Which among the following is India's first comprehensive COVID-19 tracking application? The answer is B. Arogya Setu. Arogya Setu is India's first comprehensive COVID-19 tracking application. It was launched by the central government on April 2, 2020. It will help people get connected to medical services and will also inform regarding the risk of COVID-19 exposure. 18th. Which ministry issued an advisory to the chief wildlife wardens of states or union territories regarding containment of COVID-19 in national parks, tiger reserves, and sanctuaries? The answer is C. Environment Ministry. The Environment Ministry has issued an advisory to the chief wildlife wardens of all states and union territories regarding containment of COVID-19 in national parks, tiger reserves, and sanctuaries. The move follows the recent news report of a 4-year-old tiger being infected with coronavirus in New York's Bronx Zoo. 19th. Who is the Director General of the World Health Organization? The options are A. Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, B. Kristalina Georgieva, C. David Malpass, D. Ursula von der Leyen. 20th. The Legislative Assembly of which among the following states has become paperless? The options are A. Andhra Pradesh, B. Arunachal Pradesh, C. Jharkhand, D. Uttar Pradesh. 19th. Who is the Director General of the World Health Organization? The answer is A. Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. The Director General of World Health Organization is Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. He is an Ethiopian microbiologist and internationally recognized malaria researcher. He is serving as the Director General of WHO since 2017. 20th. The Legislative Assembly of which among the following states has become paperless? The answer is B. Arunachal Pradesh. The Arunachal Pradesh Assembly has gone paperless in line with PM Narendra Modi's Digital India initiative. The budget session of the State Assembly began on March 2, 2020. The session is scheduled to conclude on March 10, 2020. 21st. 2 cats tested positive for coronavirus in which city of United States? The options are A. Oklahoma, B. Los Angeles, C. Chicago, D. New York. 22nd. The World Athletics Championships has been postponed till which year? The options are A. Late 2020, B. 2021, C. 2022, D. Mid 2021. 21st. 2 cats tested positive for coronavirus in which city of the United States? The answer is C. New York. 2 cats have tested positive for coronavirus in New York, becoming the first pets to have contracted COVID-19 infection in the United States. The cats have reportedly got the infection from their owners. 22nd, the World Athletics Championships have been postponed till which year? The answer is C. 2022. The World Athletics Championships have been postponed to 2022 to accommodate the rescheduled Tokyo Olympics. The 2020 Tokyo Olympics have been postponed to July 23, 2021. The World Athletics Championship was supposed to be held in Eugene, Oregon from August 6th to 15th, 2021. 23rd, which among the following countries' president was tested twice for COVID-19? The options are A. United States, B. India, C. China, D. Australia. 24th, which smartphone manufacturer along with Google is making a software similar to Arogya Setu to enable COVID-19 contact tracing through phones? The options are A. OnePlus, B. Apple, C. Huawei, D. Xiaomi. 23rd, which among the following countries' president was tested twice for COVID-19? The answer is A. United States. US President Donald Trump tested negative for COVID-19 for the second time. Donald Trump was tested again for the presence of coronavirus using a new rapid point of care test capability. 24th, which smartphone manufacturer along with Google is making a software similar to Arogya Setu to enable COVID-19 contact tracing through phones? The answer is B. Apple. Global technology giants Google and Apple announced on April 11, 2020 that they are building software for smartphones which will help in contact tracing just like Arogya Setu app. The software will inform the users whether they have come in touch with COVID-19 positive people. 25th, when is the National Civil Service Day observed? The options are A. April 20th, B. April 22nd, C. April 21st, D. April 19th. 25th, when is the National Civil Service Day observed? The answer is C. April 21st. The National Civil Service Day is observed annually on April 21st, 2020. The day is observed to celebrate all civil servants who dedicate their lives for the cause of citizens.
Dhanyavad. Thank you. If you like this video, do like, subscribe and share. See you in the next one. Bye bye.